right, scoot over, kiddo. Come on, scoot over. Yes, Ginger, come on up. Come on. You guys, you got it? Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Wonder School's Storytime Online. Today is Monday, and we are doing things a little differently today. Hi. Did you remember to come in your pajamas? I did. I decided to wear my Christmas sloth pajamas or sloth leggings because it's cold outside today. And the main character in one of the books I'm reading is, can you guess? A sloth. Today, all our books will be stories that you would normally read before bed, but we are reading them in the morning. I brought two special guests with me to help me read my first book. This is Gingersnap, and this is Maple. Ginger is 3, and Maple will be 2 in January. Gingersnap is a very prim and proper golden doodle and does not like to snuggle. Her favorite thing to do is to invent games to play with Maple. We have a plastic chew bone in our house that Maple loves to chew, but Ginger does not. Sometimes, if both dogs are in the room, Ginger dramatically sweeps by and picks up the bone off the floor, goes to a cozy spot, and starts chewing on it loudly just to see how long it takes Maple to steal it from her. Maple is a loyal and loving Labradoodle. She may be scared of strangers, but she loves to snuggle with us. And today, they are going to help me read the book called Counting Our Blessings. Last Monday, we read a book about a grumpy bird, but today we are going to start with thankfulness. Thinking of all the good things that God has blessed us with is a great way to start and end our day. In the morning, it can help us be cheerful and ready to serve others. In the evening, before bedtime, it can help calm us and give us peaceful rest. This particular book is a treasure and would be a great gift from grandparents to grandchildren. It has beautiful gold flecks on some of the pages, and it's fun to discover where the gold will be on the page. And it's kind of a good way to look at life, too. When we look for the treasures in our life, it's much easier to be happy. So, let's count our blessings with these cute dogs right now. Counting our blessings. We're counting our blessings one by one. How many will there be? Let's count together, just us two, and very soon we'll see. A happy family is number 1. Number 2 is a heart full of love. Playing together is number 3. Four is a blue sky above. 5 is the joy of being alive. 6 is your paw in mine. 7 is hearing the rain outside. We had rain this weekend. Did you hear it? Eight is the warm sunshine. We have sunshine today, but it is not warm sunshine. Well, the warmth is not reaching us. And look at all these beautiful gold flecks. Good food to eat is number 9. They like dog food. But what's your favorite food to eat? Mine is probably pizza. I will never say no to pizza. 10 is your kiss goodnight. And as the day ends, being with you makes everything feel right. They're snuggling. We've counted our blessings from 1 to 10. There are many more to come. But now it's time to close your eyes. Sleep tight, my little one. The end. Thank you, Gingersnap and Maple, for helping us tell our first story. Snooze Fest. Snooze Fest at the Nuzzle Dome. Blankets and pillows optional. And this is a ticket, and it says admit 1, ticket 2126. In the center of Snoozeville dwells the wee one, the sleepiest sloth, Snuggleford Cuttlebun. There's Snuggleford. Now that sloth can sleep for a month at a go. The few times she rises, she moves in slow-mo. There's only one thing that can disrupt her rest. The day has arrived when she goes to Snooze Fest. This is the place where the best sleepers go to snore their way through this naptacular show. The bus picks her up right in front of her home. Nuzzle Dome. There's other people waiting for the bus too. There's 3 kittens and Mama Kitten. There's families. And takes Shaluffy Street to the Great Nuzzle Dome. They're all lining up. They punch her snooze ticket. Her hand gets a stamp. She scopes out the scene for the best place to camp. All the best sleepers in Snoozeville are there, like wildcats and wombats and koala bears and brown bats and squirrels and giant armadillos, all of them holding their blankets and pillows. They brought a little tent for their family. They're gonna sleep in the trees. It's dreamy to see the stuff everyone brings. Their wumpiest, coziest, comfiest things. Bundles of blankets and fluffed feather beds. Puffy poofed pillows to prop up their heads. Blankets with nicknames like Knit Knit and Nighty, Lank Lake and Wooby and Baba and Bitey, Softy and Snuggly and Lolly and Dee Dee, Pinky and Minky and Gunk Gunk and Gigi. Do you have a special blanket? Does it have a name? You can say that name if it does right now. Some of the blankets are in mint condition, others collectible, rare, first edition. Some are so old, they're all tattered and torn. This sloth has had hers since the day she was born. If you have a special blanket, is it an old blanket or a new blanket? And do you have a backup blanket in case it needs to get washed? Or you only allow one blanket? And is it all tattered and a little bit stinky maybe? While some choose a tent or a tree or a nest, Snuggleford Cuttlebun likes hammocks best. Inside of her fort, she carves out a small nook and stashes her journal and best bedtime book. Once Snuggleford settled, she strolls through the stands for posters and t-shirts and swag from the bands. She buys milk and honey and takes it to go. Crawls back to her spot just in time for the show. Do you have a special drink that you drink before bed? Do you make sure that you have a little bit of water before bed? Or is it a different kind of drink? Like milk. The evening starts off with a PJ parade, the most stylish sleepwear that's ever been made. The famous designers behind the best dressed give snooze fest pajamas to all of their guests. Are you wearing your pajamas today? If you are, say what they look like. Are they superhero pajamas? What color are your pajamas? Do they have a unicorn on them? Or a llama or a sloth? Then all the big spotlights dim down in the dome, and everyone turns on their nightlight from home. Snoozillions of lights twinkling bright in the dark. A peaceful, warm feeling comes over the park. There she is. She's got her little drink. She's ready to go. The first Snooze Fest band slowly climbs up on stage. The fans whoop it up for the chamomile rage. One plucks the harp while the other counts sheep. In the midst of the first song, the crowd's half asleep. The snoozers yawn deeply, yet still clap for more. The second act's also a guaranteed snore. A poet named Burroughs recites a haiku and imitates rain with his didgeridoo. Then comes a lineup of classical bands who play until only the flautist still stands. The Nocturnal Nesters and Quiet Quartet, Tranquility Trio, and Drowsy Duet. These are the best bands for deep relaxation. followed by sweet dreams and deep hibernation. Snuggleford Cuttlebun sleeps through it all, tucked in her hammock, rolled into a ball. Snuggleford Cuttlebun smiles in her lair. She's dreaming of flying, a sloth in mid-air. At times she will whisper, "Man, this is the best!" It's all that she wanted from this year's Snooze Fest. This kind of concert is just too terrific, dreamy, delicious, and so soporific. Several days later, the Snooze Fest is done. And who's still asleep? Why, it's Miss Cuttlebun. She's tired and groggy and loggy and lazy. She's drooly and foggy and dusty and hazy. By now, even Snuggleford's had quite enough, so she picks up her trash and packs up her stuff. The bus picks her up at the Great Nuzzledome and drops her back off right in front of her home. Snuggleford Cuttlebun climbs back in her bed. She's conked out, exhausted, a sloth, sleepy head. She puts on her Snooze Fest sleep mask souvenir and says, "Thank you, Snooze Fest. I'll see you next year." Good night already. I've never been so tired. I could sleep for weeks, months even. It says 101 ways to stay awake. I have never been so awake. I wonder what old Bear's up to. I can't wait to sleep. Here we go. Yes. Bear, it's me, Duck. Open up, come on, buddy. Oh, Bear goes down the stairs. What is it, Duck? I was fast asleep. Hey, I'm bored. Want to hang out? Do you think Bear wants to hang out? I don't think so. Want to play cards? No. Watch a movie? No. Make smoothies? No. Start a band? No. Talk all night? What do you guys think? No. Play cards? Oh, you already said that. Read books to each other? No. He's getting a little angry now, isn't he? Fine. Good night already. Whatever. Bed. Yes. Okay. Here's your turn. Here's your time to make a prediction. The book's not done. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think that Bear is going to get some sleep now? Or do you think that Bear is going to get disturbed again? Let's find out. Almost asleep. Uh-oh. Who's in the window? It's Duck. now Bear's really annoyed. What? I want to make some cookies. Can I borrow some sugar? What does that word say? No. Butter? No. Dough? No. Salt? No. Butter? You already said that. Can I just borrow some cookies then? No. Good night already. Oh, that duck always bothering me. I need to get some new neighbors. Later though. Oh, too tired. Must sleep. Okay, shh. The book's not done, guys. What do you think is gonna happen next? Do you think that Bear is gonna get to sleep now? I don't think so. Poor Bear. Oh no! Who is that? Who is back? Do you think he even left? Bing! Oh, did you see the bunny? Bing! Ah! How on earth? I used my spare key. That was for emergencies. This is an emergency. What? What is it, Duck? What's the emergency? I stubbed my beak. See? Oh, Duck, you've got to stop waking me up. Out. Now. But I said good night already. Jeez, Bear is so grouchy. His bad attitude is making me tired. Once upon a time, there was a... I have never been so awake. Poor Bear. The end. This book is very special because it is a book that I read to my own kids as a bedtime story. And it says, "I love you, stinky face." "I love you, my wonderful child," said Mama as she tucked me in. "But I had a question." "Mama, what if I were a big, scary ape? Would you still love me then?" "If you were a big, scary ape, I would comb your whole hairy self to make sure you didn't have any tangles. And I would make your birthday cake out of bananas. And I would tell you, 'I love you, my big scary ape.'" But Mama, what if I were a super smelly skunk and I smelled so bad that my name was Stinky Face? Then I would give you a bath and sprinkle you with sweet-smelling powder. And if you still smell bad, I wouldn't mind. And I would hug you tight and whisper in your ear, "I love you, stinky face." But Mama, what if I were an alligator with big sharp teeth that could bite your head off? Then I would buy you a bigger toothbrush for your big teeth and make sure that you brush them every night so they'd stay healthy and strong. And if you had a sore throat, I would stick my head right inside your enormous jaws to make sure you were okay. And I would say, "I love you, my ferocious alligator." But Mama, what if I were a terrible meat-eating dinosaur with razor-sharp claws that ripped my sheets to shreds every night while I slept? Then I would give you plenty of meat to eat, if that is what you liked. And I would sew your sheets back together every day because, after all, ripping them would be an accident. And I would tuck you into your newly mended sheets every night and say, "I love you, my sweet, terrible dinosaur." But Mama, what if I were a swamp creature with slimy, smelly seaweed hanging from my body, and I couldn't ever leave the swamp or I would die? Then I would build a house right next to the swamp, and I would stay with you and take care of you always. And when you splashed to the surface, I would say, "I love you, my slimy little swamp monster." But Mama, what if I were a green alien from Mars and I ate bugs instead of peanut butter? Then I would dress you in colors that showed off your nice green skin. And I would pack you your lunchbox with beetles and spiders and ants and grasshoppers and the tastiest bugs you ever had. And I would pack a note with all the bugs that said, "I love you, little greenie. Bon appetit." But Mama, what if I were a cyclops and I had just one big gigantic eye in the middle of my head? Then I would look right into your gigantic eye and say, "I love you, my little cyclops." And I would sing you a lullaby until your one gigantic eyelid got droopier and droopier, and it finally closed and you fell fast asleep. I love you, Mama, and I love you, my wonderful child. Thank you for coming to story time today. I hope you had fun doing things a little differently. I hope you can find lots of things today and this whole week to be thankful for. I wonder, are you thankful for your mom and dad? You should tell them and maybe give them a hug. I think they would like that. Tomorrow I will have 2 more special guests, and they are not dogs this time. I do not have any more dogs, as much as I would like to have more dogs. That would be a lot more brushing that I'm willing to commit to. Also, if you want, if you have something green to wear, you should wear it to our story time. It will be very fitting, and I will be wearing green too. Goodbye for now, and I will see you tomorrow, Tuesday at 11 a.m. Bye!